Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the turban design with a detachable bow design, and this is what we'll be learning in this tutorial. Okay, so if you would want to know how I made it, how I did it, the process is well detailed, please stay till the end. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If you are yet to subscribe, please do subscribe. Okay, let's get into it. Now guys, this is the fabric for the men, for the turbans body. Okay, I have two here, like there are two pieces here. Okay, so one will be for the lining and one will be for the men fabric. Okay, we'll be lining it. We want it to be very neat, and the measurement I have here is 12 inches by 30 inches. You cut 30 inches along the stretchy part of your fabric, that will be your head circumference part, and then 12 inches for the length. Okay, and then this is for the band of the turban body. Okay, I have 6 pieces of fabric here, and they measure 4 inches by 15 inches. Okay, 4 inches by 15 inches. Now we'll be getting into it. Now fold it into two, you see, and when you fold into two, the right side should be outside. Okay, the right side should be outside while the wrong side should be inside. Okay, so fold it into two like this. We'll be forming our v-shape band. Okay, is a multi pleated v-shape, like it's a multiple v-shape for the band. Now you see the one placing it across. Okay, so this is just the way to go about it. You can do this as many as you want. Okay, just place one and then place the other one so that they form that v shape. After doing that, you take it to your sewing machine and then you sew round. Okay, you just sew it. Don't worry, I'll be showing us when I sew it, not the process though, but after sewing it I'll come and show us. Take it to my sewing machine and then sew it just the same way I showed you. At this point I'm not sewing, and this is what I have. Just see the way I curved it. Okay, this is the way you'll be sewing. Now we'll be placing the second one. See, now I'll start from just the same way I started. Okay, start from the other side again, place one down, fold it into two, the right side facing me, and then place it like so, and then place the other one, fold it into two again, and then place it. Now guys, this is just the way that we'll be doing the whole pieces for the band. Okay, so this is just the way you do the band. You can make it as multiple as you want. Okay, so it all just depends on you. As for me, I just did just three lines. So I'll go again now and I'll sew down. When I'm sewing, I will make sure that the stitches I'm making is being transferred to the first line that I made. Okay, to the first pleat that I made. You can see that, so as to hold them together. This is just it. Now I'll get the last two, place them like so again, fold into two, right side facing me. See, just the same way I did the other ones, and then get the other one also and then place it like so. So that's just it. So as you are listening, please also do well to pay attention to what I'm doing so that you can understand properly. You can get a better understanding of this, especially if you're a beginner. Okay, for those who are not beginners, I know that they must have known how to make this by now. So I'm just detailing all these things just for beginners. Okay, so I don't get comments like, please, we want to see how you did it. So that's why I'm including everything in this video. Okay, so just take your time, watch it, and then do well to leave a comment for me. Do well to click the like button, and then also share it. I keep noting too that you should keep sharing videos because you are helping someone by doing that. Okay, thank you so much. Now guys, you see I'm done. So that's just the same way you do it. See, and for the last curve, okay, make sure you curve it well at this point I'm pointing at now. Curve it, take it in a bit, like just the same way I did it, so that it will not be bulky at that part when you are joining your band to the body of the turban. Now I cut off the excesses that I have right there, just trim it all off. See that? That's what we have for now. Now we'll get the body of the turban. We'll get one piece. Now I told you one will be for the lining and one will be for the main fabric. We'll be lining this turban. Yeah, want it very neat. Lining makes it neat and then also gives it a form of weight. So just fold your fabric, pick one, fold it into two along that part where the stretchy part, that is the 30 inches part. Okay, see, make a notch, or you can take your chalk and then note there. Now get your, when I place it, is the right side that is facing me. Okay, the right side of your main of your turban body should be facing you, and then you take the right side of the band and then place it on it like so, just the same way we join our normal turban band. Yeah, our v-shaped turban band. So just what I'm trying to explain here, that I'm making this point, is that when you are placing it on the fabric, you should make sure that the stitched part is outside, like that it's outside, so that when you are sewing at the back of that line, or at the back of that line, that last line where you joined your V, you understand, that last line. So that's just the point I'm trying to make, so that after sewing it will not be showing in front of your turban. Okay, so just place them right sides facing each other and then you sew them straight on. Okay, so that's just what I'm doing. So guys, I actually forgot to tell us that we have to take our head circumference measurements on the band, okay, before actually sewing to our turban body. So that's why I remembered it, and then I was like, oh, let me bring it back to the camera so that we all can follow along. So fold your band into two. Then you take your head circumference measurement. If you are working with head circumference of 22, go ahead and cut 11 inches. Half of 22 inches is 11 inches. If you are working with 23, cut out, that should be what's it again, 11.5, right? So whatever head circumference you are working with, whether for a child or for an adult, just go ahead, fold your band into two, divide your head circumference into two, and then you cut exactly that. The reason why we are cutting exactly that is because this is a stretchy fabric and we want it to be tight on the head, so you don't have to add any stitching allowance when you are cutting the band. Okay, just cut exactly what you have there. Okay, it's a stretchy fabric. For some people, they do even reduce it a bit. If you don't want it to be very tight on the head, then cut exactly that. But if you want it to be very tight on the head of your client, you can go ahead and then subtract about half an inch, okay, from your band. Just take the head circumference measurement. And guys, look, I'm already done sewing the band to the turban body. okay, just like I showed us earlier. Now we'll be getting our lining. Now this is the second fabric, that is another 30 inches by 12 inches. Yeah, it's time to line our turban. Now just the same way we did when we joined our turban, you have to let your band be inside, okay, push your band inside, like, and then place it right sides facing each other. The right side of the first fabric facing the right side of this second fabric, with the band area that we've joined being inside. I don't know if you understand me. Let the band area that we've joined be inside. That's what I'm trying to say. Then you go ahead now and pin all round, because we are going to be stitching all round, okay? We don't want to be stitching on our band. That's why we have to push it inside, okay, before sewing. Okay, we just place them, they are the same length, so just place them right sides facing each other, and then you stitch close all four sides, like all the four sides you stitch it close. That's just what you need at this point. Okay, now I'll be demonstrating it. All you need is actually to just stitch all four sides closed, and that will be it. So just go ahead and then stitch all four sides closed. So I'm actually trying to pin down so that we'll see it clearly, but it's just what I just explained to us. Okay, you'll be stitching all four sides of it closed, but then you'll be leaving some space. Okay, you can leave about 2 to 3 inches space where you'll be turning it out from. So just watch, you see what I did. Okay, so this is it, guys. I'm not pinning down all the four sides. You see that remember that our band will be inside the fabric. It will be in between the two fabrics. You see that. Now stitch all sides closed, and then we'll leave about 2 to 3 inches space for us to turn inside, to turn out, okay, when we are done sewing. Now you can see that. Now this is an important thing I'm trying to let us know here. You can sew on this line. This, when you turn to the back of the main fabric, you see this line with which you joined the band earlier to the fabric. You can sew on exactly on the line, or you can sew at the back of this line, so that it doesn't show at the front of your fabric. So that's what I'm trying to let us explain. Join this line, sew on the line at the top, you can see that, or you sew at the back of that line, so that you can sew it off and it doesn't show at the front of your fabric. See guys, I'm done sewing. I'm just showing us the stitches I made. You can see all sides are closed except for this little space here that I have. Okay, it's about 3 inches that I have here. I want to use it to turn inside out. Now remember to stitch the last places, okay, the places the places at the size of the opening that you left. Remember to stitch it so that when you are turning inside out, it will not tear even more, like so. Now you see the space there, we'll fold it inside like this, and then we'll stitch it down with our sewing machine. You can give this turban a good press at this point, but me, at the point of making this video, NEPA said no, or is it EEDC? All I know is that there was no supply, no electric supply at that point. God really helped me, because this was kind of urgent. It was needed that very day. Okay, now I'm folding into two. Guys, don't make the mistake I made here. You can see that the mistake seems to be from my line. When I was lining it, one side of the body of the turban was longer than the other part. So when you are doing yours, please be careful, okay, when you are sewing, when you are lining yours. You can see that this part is too long. and then it didn't give it that backdrop effect that I wanted so much. Okay, so the way I just placed it, the way I'm demonstrating with my finger, that's the way we'll be sewing down, just the way you stitch close your normal turban body. You can see what I was telling you about. That side is longer while this side is so short. So after this, guys, you just take your needle and thread, then we'll do our running stitches. Okay, at this point you already know what we are going to do, but I'll be showing you where our stitches should be stopping. Now this is where your running stitches should end, and that is it, guys. We are done with the turban body. Now let's get on to the design. Okay, we are getting on to this design, but let me show you what we've got here. Now this is what we've got. See how beautiful this turban body is. This turban is so beautiful. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment for me. Whether it's a question or a compliment, please do well to leave one for me. Okay, now we are moving on to our band. This is a 7 inches elastic. Guys, this is a 7 inches elastic. Okay, it's a 7 inches elastic, and we'll be working with it. Okay, we'll be working with this 7 inches elastic, and that is it. Now I'm just the same way I usually show us doing my fascinator making, the process of my fascinator making. I always like joining this 7 inches elastic to the plastic Alice band. Okay, just join it. That with little glue. You know, I really love using hot glue, but at this point no electric supply, so of course my B6000 really helped me a lot. Thank God I got this gum, Momo. So I've just dabbed little glue inside, and then you leave it to dry. You know I'm rushing everything, that's why you leave it to dry a bit, not so much, a bit, and then you press on. You see, just press on the elastic. I just added it inside. Now guys, we'll be wrapping. Whenever I'm working with a different a band, whenever I'm working with a band, it should be called a band, right? I love to wrap. I love to wrap the Alice band with the material I'm working with. So we'll be wrapping. I just have a very long fabric. Okay, I didn't like measure it, but it was the length of the fabric I'm working with. That's just what I have there. So I just have it. I just cut out 2 inches. Okay, width. The width here is 2 inches. Now I'm folding into two. You fold the wrong side, okay, into two, yeah, so that the right side will be facing you, just the same way we did when we were folding our turban band, the band into two. Okay, just fold it into two like this now, and then you start from the inside. You must have already known how to wrap, right? But still, in case you don't know, watch carefully. You start folding around. You see, I only added glue at the beginning and then at the middle with the end. That was just where I added glue. Okay, no need to be adding much glue. So guys, just take your time slowly. Remember that the open part is facing inwards. Yeah, so guys, at the middle I had to cut off. Yeah, as you can see, it's not because my fabric is not enough, but yeah, I had to cut off because I want the both ends of the band of this band to be neat. So I had to actually cut this at the middle, so that I would go start from the other side again and then bring it to the middle. Okay, since I'll be attaching a design at the middle. Okay, the design can help me cover up. So you see, I added glue and then I just pressed on, and then I'll go start from the other side. The reason why hot glue is actually the best is because it makes works faster. It's faster. Okay, these ones you have to apply and then press on. You press so that it relax, but hot glue just bam, hold the thing for you together. So that's why I really prefer hot glue over all but it just depends on what you are working with. But at this point, my B6000 saved me a lot. It saved me. Yeah, God, thank you. Now I'm starting from the other end. Okay, you can see I've already added glue, just the same way we did. We fold into two and the right side will be outside, and then we'll start from the middle, from inside. Remember, this closed part should be outside while the open part should be inwards. Okay, because we'll be closing it with our wrapping, that's why. So we'll start again, start from the inside and then you start wrapping. Okay, an overlapping wrap, that's what we do. Okay, it gives it a form of design and beauty. So guys, if you have watched up to this point, I want to really say thank you. Let God bless you. Have you liked, have you subscribed, have you shared this video, and have you left a comment for me? Please do well to do this. Okay, let God keep blessing us. Okay, let's learn together. You can leave your comment in the comment section and then share this video to those you know will be interested to watch or to learn. Okay, so we all keep learning on daily basis. We have more tutorials coming up. Okay, so now I dab that glue at that end, at that point, and then I'm just trying to press on so that it's relaxed. Now we'll be moving on to the bow design. Man, this bow design will surprise you guys. At this point, I want you to watch carefully, because what I'm doing right now is that I want to cut out a circle for the bow design. Yeah, so if you have a big circular object, you can just place it on your fabric and then you cut it out. But if you don't, just watch carefully, okay, so that you see the way I cut out this circle. Okay, the radius I use for my circle is 8 inches. Remember, the radius is 8 inches. That is from the mid center point to the end, to one end is, to one side is 8 inches. Now guys, what I'm doing is that from one end of my fabric, okay, this is my leftover fabric, I just measured 8 inches. This is just it. I'm just trying to, I don't know how to explain this so that it's clearer. Okay, but just watch as you listen. Watch what I'm trying to do here is to cut out a circle. From that one end, the first fold I measured 8 inches and then I folded into two. You make sure that after your first fold that you have 8 inches, and then you fold again into two, making sure that you have 8 inches. So guys, I'm trying to explain again. I want us to get this. I fold the first time into two from one end of the fabric. I fold the first time into two, and then I take my measurement to make sure that I have my 8 inches. Now I told you 8 inches is the radius of this circle I'm cutting out. Then I fold again into two, just like tailors would cut for their fillet. Okay, that's just the way I did this, and then I make sure that I have 8 inches again. So at this point, after the second fold, now after that I'll go ahead and I'll start marking from that closed end. Okay, I'll start marking my 8 inches round. I'll mark it. It will look like a semicircle right here. Okay, is it a semicircle or it will just look curvy, to curve like so? So I just marked it, and then after marking out my 8 inches, I joined them together. I joined the lines, and then I'll take my scissors and then I'll cut this out, and that will be our big circle. Okay, so that's it. It all depends on how bold you want it to be. If you want it smaller, you can make it, you can reduce the radius, okay, to about 5 inches. If you want it bigger, you can increase the radius. Okay, but for this one that I made, it's 8 inches radius. Okay, so now guys, this is our big circle. You can take your bucket. It's bucket that should have this kind of size. You can use it, your painter, and then cut it out if you don't want to go through the stress of folding and folding again. Now the stay we are using is a collar stay. Are you surprised? Let me know in the comment section. Have you ever used collar stay for your bow design before? Man, I did this discovery myself. I loved it. I used this for a bow I made on it was it a Zara cap, I've forgotten, but I used this collar stay. It gave me like the best. Okay, I used it for myself. I was trying to improvise because I didn't have enough material, so I used this collar stay. It was very beautiful. Ever since then I've been using collar stay. So collar stay, you just go ahead, there is a shiny part of the collar stay, you place it the wrong side of your fabric on the shiny part of the collar stay, and then you use your iron to iron it. But if you don't have iron, just like I said, if there is no power supply, just like I said earlier, I do not have at this point, I went ahead to just take my stitch and then stitch round the circle to hold it down for me, and it really worked. This was a miracle for me because I was already thinking this is an urgent work. Where is light? NEPA, EEDC, where are you guys? But obviously they didn't hear me. So but my God gave me wisdom is profitable to direct. So guys, I went ahead, stitched round the circle at the edge, and that really helped me a lot. So now I folded my circle into two for the bow design. Okay, fold your circle into two for the bow design. When you are stitching, make sure you stitch at the back of this first stitch that you made. Or if you don't have iron, but if you have iron, no need to stitch around the circle, just iron it. Okay, and then fold into two from one end to the other. You sew down. Okay, if you made this first stitch I did, please make sure that when you are sewing, you sew at the back of the stitch. Okay, and then you leave about 4 inches space at the middle. You see, I left this space at the middle. Don't leave it at the side though. Leave it at the middle. That is the place you can leave this so that it doesn't deface your work. See, leave about 4 inches space. This will be very hard when turning out, but take your time and turn it inside out. Turn it out, turn to the right side. Man, you will love this bow. This bow is just standing bam, giddy one, very firm, very beautiful. Just fold it out, take a chap up your scissors, just get out all the pointy parts. And if you have your iron, if you press this on, it will look even better. Now I went ahead and then I stitched close, just folded into the inside, and then stitched close that part that I left open, and this is what we have. So after that, I locate my middle, fold this into two again, that semicircle, fold it into two, and then we'll be doing a running stitch. Okay, the reason why I'm folding into two is because I want to get the middle. Okay, I want to get the midpoint of this semicircle. So because that is the point, the line where we will be doing our running stitches. Okay, so you can see now my needle and thread, my blue thread is here with me, so I'll go ahead and then do that running stitches at the middle, just the same way we gather our bow design. Okay, just do that pleating stitches. Guys, please remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you are yet to, and please share it. I keep noting this share thing. Please share it. It's very important because there are people wanting to know, oh, how did she achieve this, how was this made? That's why it's very important. And then it's very important also so that so many people will be seeing this video. Okay, and then that way you'll be encouraging me. That's just it. So now, and I hope you love this new background of mine. So I think this background looks better and richer and firmer and more beautiful, okay, and clearer. So now guys, I've gone ahead, make my bow at the middle, make the stitches tight to see how nice it's looking. Now I have another fabric for the rose design you saw at the middle. This is 5 inches, 5 inches width, and then 24 inches long. If you want yours more, you can do. If you want it less, you can do. So I just fold into two right sides facing each other, and then I sewed down. Now I'll be turning out to the right side. Okay, just take something, your scissors or whatever you have, and then turn it out to the right side. After you are done turning it out to the right side, we'll be doing a gathering. Okay, we're gathering again. We'll be running our stitches, the same way we gather for our rose designs. we'll be doing that gathered stitches, but then at this time we will be doing it with the sewn part at the top. That is the at the line of the sewn part, it will be at the top. That's where we'll be starting. We'll be doing our stitches. Okay, so if you look carefully, you'll see, just start from that open end, okay, from the side, and then you start doing these running stitches, and then you do that to the other end. So when you get to the other end, you are done. Then you just join the two. Okay, just get to the other end, and then what you are going to do now is that you'll be getting these 2 points to form like a circle. You'll be bringing those two ends together. Okay, bring them together like so, and then you tack down, and your rose design is ready. Bring the 2 points together like so, and then you go ahead and you tack down with your needle. The stitch is neat, oh, whatever you are tacking down, make it neat. The neatness of your work also gives it an exceptional beauty. Okay, how neat your work is makes it even more beauty. It adds to the beauty of it. Okay, now I'll be attaching this to the right side of my bow. That is it. Just use your needle and thread, and then you see I didn't cut off that thread. Just use your needle and thread and then tack it down to your bow. This video is already long, that's why I'm now rushing everything. Okay, so but we've gotten the real gist. I think every other thing is just a piece of an iceberg for us. So now I'll be taking this, I'll place it on my mannequin head. I'm trying to locate how I want. Remember, it's always very important that you first of all mark out your line where you want to tack down, how you want it to lay before you start, so that when you are doing anything you are doing, you are sure you are following the line. Now guys, I won't be showing us the process of me tacking this down because it was very long. I took my time, and then I made the stitches clear and neat, and then I also made it firm. When you are sewing, you try it on, you keep checking it until it is standing firm. Sew it neatly and then let it stand firm. That's just what I can tell us. So after that, guys, I went ahead, I'm done at this point. I went ahead to get some embellishments, and then I embellished, adding to the overall beauty. Man, my clients really love this. Okay, so I just cut out a piece of this, just cut it out, use my glue. This gum, thank you so much, you really saved me. Now I'm taking this is, if you look carefully, you can see that this is the stone that I am supposed to use my hot iron to glue down to the fabric. But at this point, NEPA no gree, EEDC no look my face, so they didn't even flash the light. So I had to go ahead, use my glue. I was checking, will this even work? But then it worked nicely. So I just attached it, and that is all.